country has made tremendous progress since the constitution was promulgated in 2013. We have seen stronger independent institutions, like, for example, the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, the Directorate of Public Prosecutions. We have also seen a stronger and autonomous entities like the Directorate of Criminal Investigations. These institutions are now anchored under the Constitution, and therefore they get their mandate from there. All the same, governance has also improved, because now we have resources being devolved to all the regions of this country, 47 county governments. And in that spectrum, I think more money has now come from the center to the regional units, much as there is still that cry that there is not enough that is coming down to counties. But to me, I think the Constitution has brought more gains than the one that existed before the current Supreme Law. The leaders have tried, though they are not perfect, but they have tried to live by the spirit and the desire of the Constitution. So in that regard, I think it's not right to say that leaders have not lived to that spirit. We have seen Parliament really taking progressive changes and really sticking by the law and saying that this is against the Constitution, especially in efforts or in areas where the roles are conflicting. We can also say that much as Uhuru and Ruto did not vote for this Constitution, we know very well that they campaigned against it, and they have become, fortunately or unfortunately, they have become the first or the pioneers to form a government under this new law. So in that sense, and by them agreeing and living by its terms, we can say that there is no problem in terms of leadership and accepting the Constitution as a guide for what matters governance. Constitutional amendments are things that we cannot predict would come, nor can we anticipate. But at times it becomes inevitable, and people have to rethink whether the law that governs them is governing them in the right way or in the way that they desire. When that realization is reached, I think changes will be proposed, and it will not really matter when, but at least the current Constitution has lived for over 8 years, and it has been tested for one term. We have also tested it through a transition, now from the Jubilee first term to the second term. And with that, going to the third transition, the second transition under the Constitution, it cannot be said that it is too early to amend the Constitution. Remember, during the campaigns, there was a lot that said 20% of this law is bad, but let us just pass it. We'll look at it later. I think, in my view, and going by what people have been conversing in the state, it is time to do that. There cannot be any other time. Even if we stop doing it now, we will still have to do it later, because as you live with the Constitution, realize that it has shortcomings, and some of those shortcomings can only be rectified through amendments. Leaders just need to agree on which way to take, because most of the amendments can be done by parliamentary initiative, but those which take individual or citizen initiative, they must be done through another channel. So what matters is the how, not when, because I know even for sure that this Constitution has been amended before. It's not the first time that these amendments are coming from. So amendments can come. What matters is how they are executed.